Welcome to the MoistyVoice episode 22, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, 22.
Was last week legality?
Yeah, because we were old enough to drink last week. Now we're old enough to go to Total Wine and they don't have to call over somebody to make sure it's not a fake ID.
Still, no, it's
No,
about
they still
the
have
ID.
to do it.
Doesn't matter the age.
Oh, I thought they only did that for 20, because it's like a 21 check or something like that.
No. It's if you look under
They
40.
saw that the IDs were completely valid and they were okay. It's just that we had Arizona has this thing where you get your 21 ID, and for the first 6 months, it's good. Past that, you need to get a different one.
Mm-hmm.
And we just hadn't gotten the different one.
Well, welcome to the MoistyVoice. We still are going to get carded when we go to buy booze.
Unfortunately, we don't have a new ID yet.
Yeah, we've been 21 for at least a week. I think it's been a problem.
Yeah.
But I'm Nick, joined by
Michael with the worst voice ever.
the ghost of Michael's past.
Oh, God.
Ghost of Michael's potential.
Ghost of Michael. I'm just dead.
Be dead.
Oh, no.
This is Connor, who's
I'm
not
Ghost. Your body, Connor.
dead. Ghost in the Body. The strongest detective duo.
I feel like Body and the
Catch us on
Ghost.
CBS every Thursday night.
Body and the Ghost, I like him.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's Buddy and the Ghost.
Yeah, that
It is.
rolls off the tongue.
Body, and the Ghost.
You know who would pick that up?
A lot of people.
ASU or USA?
Apple.
Apple.
They're
Oh,
getting in.
They might.
They're getting in on the original content game. I think they want Body and the Ghost.
Well, I mean, Facebook, just as likely
Yeah.
might pick us up in that
That's
case.
true. So Facebook actually is getting into the video game. They're doing like
They're already into the video games.
well, they're already into it, but
No,
they're,
no, video
they're gonna-
game.
Video game.
The
okay.
game of video.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
hustling video now, but now they're
Oh.
going to be big time hustling
Why would you use that phrasing?
because they're like, hey, look at us, we don't got good videos. JK, we're great at videos. Give us money.
Let's buy Vine.
Let's buy Vine and then kill it.
I miss you, Vine.
And I don't
I'm
want
so
to miss
sorry.
a thing.
You deserve better.
I mean, what a great period of humanity was when Vine existed. Can we like get history textbooks in schools to like call that an era? The
They're just-
Vine.
The Vine era. But historically speaking, it's just Age of Ultron, where it was a week.
It's like a week.
No, it's the last 4 years of Obama's presidency will just be called the Vine years, despite having nothing to do with him.
The Ivy Leagues.
The first one's the Ivy League, and then it's the Ivy Vine.
What's sad is watching all the Vine stars move on to Twitter or Facebook or whatever, and they're still putting out the same videos, but no one watches them now.
And they're not making money off
And they're
it.
not good.
Yeah.
And that's why they've got to push advertisements like Crunchyroll.
Well,
and
there
how
are
great
some people.
Crunchyroll is.
He was already outside of Vine.
Marlon
He was-
Webb.
Yeah.
pushed
He was
onto
always his own
YouTube.
thing.
Marlon Webb did YouTube. Like while Vine was going, he hopped onto it.
I don't care who that is.
The Watermelon guy.
I don't
Watermelon.
Watermelon.
I don't care about that. The only person on Vine that I really cared about was ProZD.
The Asian guy with the mustache sometimes.
Yep.
The fake mustache sometimes.
The fake mustache.
Okay.
The
I
paper
was like,
mustache.
And
I don't think
sometimes
he can actually grow facial hair.
I mean, on top of the fact that I think he's maybe 14, maybe 26.
He's married.
Wow.
yeah,
He's been married a while.
Damn.
he's got a kid.
No kidding. No, he's just been married.
Just make up lore about Vine stars.
You don't know that he has an orphan
Didn't
child.
like Jake Paul or one of the Pauls move on to one of the YouTube channels and they just got kicked off like a week or two ago?
No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, it was a huge thing. He had put up a video like, hey, I'm leaving, but then everybody else on the channel was like, no, we fucking kicked him out.
It's like a politician leaving, you know, like,
Exactly.
hey, you know,
It was a Nixon thing.
It's the best thing for my career, and they're like, nah, man, we fucking kicked you out.
We was about to impeach your ass.
And he's like, you know what? I'm good.
You can't fire me, I quit.
You can't quit, we fire you.
Yeah,
if you're fast enough, if you put in the papers before you notify him, you can get it.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you, as an employer, one-up them further by just expediting the firing process?
You can. I feel like you can. I feel like you don't have to say, hey, before you fill out any papers, we're firing you. Because they don't get a say at that point. Once the papers are taken care of, then you say, hey, you're fired. effective immediately get out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You need to do the papers first, otherwise you're
Or, alternatively, you just don't give them any more shifts, and they just never show up.
That's true. And you slowly phase them out.
And then you're good.
Yeah.
Just phase them out. Oh,
The
speaking...
most petty route.
What?
It's the pettiest way to fire someone is just to phase them out. Be like,
it is petty.
I don't really have a way to fire you. Technically, I can't, so I'm just going to stop scheduling you until you quit. Like, that's... frame them for something. Put drugs in their locker. I mean, anything, but don't just phase them out.
Well, speaking of getting phased out, Netflix, they've kind of started to phase out.
They owe money.
They owe
They owe money a lot of money in a lot of ways.
But you know what?
I mean,
actually,
honestly,
you know what? Never mind. That's the most American thing that they can do.
If anything,
Is
they've
owe
gotten
money?
Yeah.
No. The most American thing is to be the one who the money is owed to.
No, Netflix got into politics,
Yeah.
borrowed a crap ton of money,
Yeah.
and then just said, "We don't owe you nothing. We're good."
If we go under, imagine all the people who won't be able to watch shitty movies. And then the people they borrowed money from were like, "Oh, you're right. If we tried to take their money from them, they wouldn't be able to support our binge watching needs."
But yeah, no, they owe $20 billion presently,
Oh,
and
my
pretty
God.
much no one cares. Like, that's just apparently normal in business nowadays. Is just to owe a shit ton of money.
It's the most American thing.
I guess a lot of companies are probably in debt and they're coming out or whatever. But like I remember last year or maybe 2 years ago when they reported, Netflix has spent $6 billion on original content. I could not figure out how you recoup that with their business model.
Yeah.
There's no way that it suddenly increases your... So unless they have literally no bottom line to run their service, which they do, and the licensing fees have all but disappeared, which they haven't, I don't understand how spending more money will make more money.
The Marvel will decide, "Hey, your shit's really good. We want to use your stuff in the movies. We have to pay you money now for our property."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they were thinking.
They're gonna have to go to ads or something, and that's not money. Ads are not money.
No.
Honestly.
Not anymore. YouTube proved that.
Unless you have like critical mass of ads, it's like radios and TV stations. That's how they make their primary income. Plus like subscriptions and stuff.
That's
like
why I
that.
stopped listening to the radio.
It's mostly ads.
It's all ads.
And that's
then
the
the
thing.
same 10 songs on repeat.
Ads aren't money, unless 30 minutes of your hour block are ads.
Yeah.
And nobody's gonna do that on Netflix. That or they're gonna have to start charging like triple their rates. But I don't see that happening anytime soon.
They really could.
Or
They
I guess
could, but I'm not gonna do. I mean, I don't pay for
Or they
mine.
could have before all this kerfluffle.
They could
At
go
this
for
point,
the-
it's just gonna be like, go fuck yourself,
they could
man.
go Hulu freemium.
Watch your boat sink.
Yeah, freemium would be probably their best bet. Is
Yeah.
here's a shit ton of ads.
An
but-
ad every 5 minutes for the show. But guess what? You can pay us money to not have ads.
But I
That would
don't
get
know.
them a lot
It's
of
just-
extra revenue.
I feel like it was kind of a flawed model to begin with, to be perfectly honest. Once they started doing original content, I love their original content, don't get me wrong. I just don't think it was smart for the model they operate within.
Yeah.
Without raising prices when they start original content.
They spent way too much on it.
Also, they wait way too
A
long
year.
for the home video releases, because you want people to be watching it on Netflix. But with a lot of their stuff, by the time it comes to home video,
Next
either
season's already out.
everybody's pirated it, everybody's borrowed
Seen
an
it.
account to see it, or they've lost interest. They got to get on that shit quicker.
I just think that when it comes out, they should put out the physical release as well. Because even if people...
That's money. Yeah, you either get the subscription, or
They
you
buy
pay
the
more,
copy.
and it costs more to buy the copy because you
It's
could
like, what, $40 nowadays?
Yeah, you could pick up a single month of Netflix for what, $10?
Yeah.
Or you could pay the $40 to have the physical. So I feel like that would be, because even theaters, a movie comes out anywhere between 4 and 6 months, usually closer to 4 after it's been in theaters. So that model works.
Yeah.
People still go to theaters, less, but people still go to theaters despite knowing full well in 4 months they can just watch it at home. And I feel like Netflix needs to sort of move that way.
We go to theaters for the experience.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Or the
Plus,
popcorn.
we don't have to pay a lot of money for our theaters. If we lived in another state,
Fuck yeah, that's right.
It would become more of a thing.
If we lived in... Now, I was talking to Bryce about this. Harkins is probably the place I know that does loyalty programs best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loyalty programs are not hard to do. A lot of people do them, but it's always like a buy 8 things, punch card, get 1 free.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I'm not going to bother with that shit. I'm not going to come here that often to do that. And if I do, I need to rethink my financials.
I'll passively do it, but I'm not going to be like, man, I got to grind.
It'll be a 6-month process.
Exactly.
Or if it's something that you can like sign up on your phone.
It's not something that's keeping me coming back.
Yeah.
Which isn't a loyalty program.
Exactly.
Harkins has it. You buy a $25 shirt at the beginning of the year, and
a $5 cup.
Yep.
And the $5 cup. Now, anytime you go in with that cup, it's $1.50 for a refill on that cup.
Yep.
So, minus
super cheap.
Minus initial investment,
Cheaper
every
than fast
visit
food.
is costing you $1.50 for a drink.
Yep.
And
75 cents to get a larger bag of popcorn.
I don't do larges for bitches.
He
I
does
go
that $2 upgrade.
Yeah, no.
But
Not
free
two.
bag of medium
$1.50.
popcorn.
So
Free
the
bag of
shirt
medium
gets you a
popcorn.
free bag of medium popcorn, which isn't tiny,
No, it's
but
a
it isn't
decent bag.
big. I then pay another $1.50, same as a soda, to upgrade that to an extra large bag, which also is a free refill. So anytime I go there, I'm good for the next visit as well on popcorn for $1.50.
Yeah.
For
Plus
a
they have
shit ton of popcorn, of really good popcorn.
really good popcorn.
So all in all, the
With
average
the $10 ticket, it's costing me
It's
$13.
$10?
for him.
Oh, you
I'm
don't have a
stupid.
student ID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go to matinee, that's the thing.
So-
They've
And
got
then
cheap
even
matinee.
cheaper. Yeah.
$8 for them, or for me, it's
$7.50.
$7.50 for the matinee, $1.50 for my drink, free popcorn, $9, decent bag of popcorn, 32-ounce drink, movie ticket. That's fucking unbeatable.
For $10.
Yeah.
And for $30 a year, I can get $9 movie experiences.
I've saved so much more than $30 by this point. I've seen so many movies this year.
I don't know how AMC works in Arizona because I don't understand how not
It's a
everyone goes to.
People
Harkins.
go there for,
They go there for those recliners.
recliners, which
That
I
is-
hate. I
they do
disagree with recliners in the
I hate
theater.
it. They have better food.
And they
You
go
pay a
there
lot.
for the soda machines.
They've got the full restaurant thing going on in an AMC.
I don't want
One of
a
the
fucking
things-
I want a
restaurant movie. I want a movie.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing that has AMC in business is they have those really weird releases. Like they had Shin Godzilla
They
in
get
theater.
all the anime stuff. They get
Yeah.
those. I do go there for the marathons.
Yeah.
When Die Hard 5 came out, I went and I saw the marathon of all back-to-back Die Hards, followed up by the last one at midnight. I was there
So-
from like 8 a.m. until midnight, just watching Die Hard.
Now I'm just waiting for like Lethal Weapon 6 to come out.
I would not go to that one.
Isn't that on the next season of Always Sunny? How many lethal weapons have they made now?
I don't know.
They do blackface right.
Yeah.
Things people shouldn't say. Kind of on the topic of movies, not so much about movie theaters.
I was hoping
but-
you were going to go off of blackface, but yeah, sure,
No,
movies.
not on the topic of black. If anything, it's the opposite of blackface. This whole Deadpool thing has been a real trip for me. Stunt driver, the woman who, let me grab her name real quick, because that's just, it is not fair to not identify her. So Joy Harris, been a stunt driver for, I guess, a good chunk of time, dies on set in an accident. By the sounds of it, it was just sort of, could have happened to anyone sort of a thing. I don't think it was a negligence case. Nobody's being sued by anyone.
Yeah, no.
So far, there hasn't even been a police report about it, I don't think.
So they completely halt production, in their words, indefinitely. And they're back at it three days later, I want to say.
Indefinitely means they don't know when they're going to resume. It doesn't mean that they're not resuming.
It could be... No, honestly, indefinitely was the right keyword for them.
Yeah.
I view that as anywhere from a week to a year.
It was one day. The 15th, the accident happened, I believe. That's when the articles were up. And yesterday, there were articles about them resuming filming.
Well, I'm positive it was... Alright, well, we just had a stunt actor die. Or
Take a day off.
Is it? Did they want to phase out actors, right? So it's stunt actor.
It's hard to say. It depends on the studio. We'll call it a
Stunt
stunt
person.
person.
All right. So the stunt person dies. Huge, bad PR. And they're like, okay, well, she's dead, and we need to let people know she's dead, and we're not going to ignore that. So let's halt production. Let's talk this through with our producers or whoever. Get the bigwigs together. Have a meeting, however long that takes, talk through it, realize, hey, so this is all some bullshit. Let's just continue on production because it doesn't make sense to stop for a full week because someone died. So long as the crew and cast are able and willing, because all it seems to have been is an honest mistake.
Yeah.
There's no reason to let it bog you down any further than it absolutely has to.
I mean, and money is a huge factor. Delaying productions by a week
Costs a whole lot.
is a crap ton of money.
And it is as much as remaking a full movie as Joss Whedon, but it's a lot.
It's a lot of money.
It's substantial.
No, I don't think they should have said, release it. Made it. It sounded like it was a big, within
it did. No,
their, like we're postponing indefinitely. We need time to recover. This is a tragedy. This is a loss. 24 hours later, we're back. Like,
if they
it kind
had
of
the
nullifies
idea,
everything that they said.
If they
to
knew
me.
from the beginning it wasn't going to be that long, I wouldn't have used indefinitely.
Yeah, if they said we're just going to shut down while we have time to... the fact that they use the word indefinitely and kind of... That, to me, upplays it quite a bit. Because, like, with video games, if it's delayed indefinitely, it means it's not coming
dead.
out.
Yeah, it's dead.
So,
That
maybe...
kills it. Like, Dead Island 2 was supposed to release, I think, like 2015 or some such. And it's just still dead. Gonzo.
I don't know. It's kind of... I'm not going to not see Deadpool or boycott, but it just leaves kind of a bitter taste in my mouth to think that, it almost sounds like it was to drum up publicity. I don't want to accuse them of doing that.
I don't think Deadpool 2 needed any additional publicity.
No, it didn't. But, like, to have this happen, to have a huge reaction to it, and then to basically go nowhere with that, and to completely spin it around, it sort of just feels like they were just drumming up media presence for the film. Not that it needed it, but...
I have a question about this.
Huh.
So, I remember that Ryan Reynolds basically produced the original Deadpool. Is he producing this one as well, or is there someone else?
I'm pretty sure they got more people on board.
So, I don't think that it's really their choice anymore how long they can delay it.
No, it's all studio stuff and all, but...
So, maybe the people who were in charge of it were like, hey, we're going to put this on hold for just a little bit so that we can rethink things, maybe get the stunts a little bit safer or something, and then the studio executives are just, no, you need to go now. You have to go now. We need our money by this quarter. Otherwise, you're going to be held fiscally responsible. And I feel like that kind of pressure can really change the way that someone reacts to something.
But I don't know. It's like, if you're going to have any sort of...
First reactions are typically immediate, and then other things start to factor in, and that's when stuff changes.
I'm just positive they put out that indefinitely before they had any talk with anybody.
Oh yeah,
probably, yeah,
definitely.
That's the only reason that keyword could have been used, is they didn't communicate with anybody as of yet, and then immediately afterwards that meeting gets called or whatever, and they're on Skype with everybody.
Whoever was head publicist for this, I feel probably jumped the gun or tried to make a decision.
They were worried it was
didn't
way
have
too
the authority.
big.
Yeah.
They thought it was going to be a huge thing, and it wasn't. Like, yes,
because historically
obviously
it has been. Twilight Zone
died.
movie, big thing. The Crow, big thing. This one, it kind of just came and went. Maybe it's because it wasn't like a star; it was a stunt driver. Twilight Zone had a story. It was gross negligence.
The second stunt actor that died within a year, 2 years.
Walking Dead had one, recently.
Fell down and broke his neck or something.
Head injury, I think.
Head injury, died in the hospital later.
Maybe it's because it's not an interesting story. It's just an accident happened. Accidents happen.
That also stopped production on Walking Dead.
Yeah.
To a much greater extent than Deadpool, though.
Places that we are gonna have more than likely a huge delay, and you mentioned it, Justice League. I hope they put a delay on it. I really do.
By this point, I don't want them to, because if I put a delay on it, it only gets Whedoned further, and I don't want a Whedon
less
movie.
window, less time for Whedon. So it's like it's a chart. The longer you Whedon, the worse the film.
Right.
So there's a line going upward of time to quality, but then there's also a Whedon time to quality that is an inverse relation.
No, right now,
you got to hit that perfect intersection.
The film is at its lowest quality it's been. The longer Whedon stays on it, that only drops.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't delay it, no, it's already going to be a bad movie. There's no point where it comes out and this is a good movie.
This makes Suicide Squad look like a smooth and successful production.
Yeah, exactly. If it keeps on the November release, at least I still get some of the movie that Zack Snyder envisioned.
Mm-hmm.
If they delay it, Whedon kills everything, and I won't.
It sounds like dramatic changes, a huge change into like the ending of the film.
Yeah.
Characters being redone almost entirely. I mean, there's so much going on with it, and they've spent even more than the initial 25 mil. They are still in production on it, despite this being like a forever ago kind of thing. But they're still moving forward with this date. You said it's mid-November, isn't it?
I think it's the 17th.
So they've got 3 months. They're delayed a full month. It's like, that's a lot of shit to pack in.
It is.
And they're trying to rewrap it. They're redoing like posters and trailers, and the marketing around it is starting to slightly change. Especially because they got what I think was fan response. The biggest piece of news recently is that they are fundamentally changing Cyborg as a character. That they're lightening him up. That he was this like deadpan dark character. They're lightening him up, and they're putting more influence on his creator, because the actor who plays his dad he had to go back for reshoots just for him to sort of further develop that role. So, that could have been in response to people's fears from the trailers. It could have been Whedon just watching it and being like, I don't like Cyborg, I'm going to fix him. But I do think part of it was negative reaction to the trailers, because, I had my huge piss and moan fest about how I felt, but I felt like that was actually...
I got that from nobody else.
Really?
Not a single other person I've spoken to about it gave the piss and moan fest you did.
I'm glad they're changing him.
I don't care
what I've seen.
No,
I'm not glad Whedon. I'm not glad Whedon is changing.
No, I will actually agree on bringing Cyborg to a lighter, because I never heard that he was a darker character. Because from the initial trailers, he didn't come across as dark. Mm-hmm. From the later trailers, he did.
Yeah.
If they're lightening him up, I agree with that.
Apparently, he's a big player in it. There was a couple of interviews that I was reading, and apparently he's like fundamental, like he is the center of the film, like everything kind of develops around him, and he controls a lot of it. Nobody would have guessed that. I am convinced. Nobody would have looked at Wonder Woman, The Flash, Batman, maybe Superman, Aquaman, Cyborg, and gone, Cyborg is going to be the focus. He's going to be our guy.
Nobody actor.
Yeah, nobody actor.
Not a popular character. Aquaman is there with Jason Momoa. And the trailers have been showing a lot of him underwater in his...
Yeah, they have.
Kingdom or whatever.
They will not stop showing him.
Well, I mean, he's a popular fan. A lot of people are there for Momoa.
Mm-hmm.
Because I personally am there for Batfleck.
Batfleck, I think, is still going to be... I liked him. I didn't hate him. And I think that I want to see more of him, so that because I felt like from BVS I did not form an opinion on like a full opinion, because I'm sort of like, it's good, but I want to see more. I want to see the second film.
Like scene 1, BVS, I had my opinion on Batfleck.
You were just like, this is solid.
No, that was actually, I think, the best scene in the movie Snyder did, was where it's Bruce going through Metropolis, trying to save his employees or whatever, and it's just watching from a standpoint, man on the ground.
Yeah, literally in the shit.
Watching Superman and Zod just blow the shit out of the city.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there holding the girl whose mother just died in the building or whatever, looking up at Superman. It's like, man, I'm fucking ready. Strap up, go kill this guy. I'm behind it. I believe it.
Okay.
That got me to, I'm with Batfleck, and the rest of the movie only reinforced Batfleck for me.
He didn't look as weird as I that was my big thing, was like the posters. You know, he had like the weird chest going on. He was all puffy, and I was like, "This."
The posters looked weird.
It's because he's in a mech suit, and they don't really portray that too much.
No, the normal suit.
In motion,
Normal suit looked puffy.
In motion, he looked good.
He does.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he was also like fucking ripped.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah.
Like I'm still not convinced it's not a pretty heavily padded suit. There's got to be some kind of cushion.
Because they
there.
had the training scenes. You saw him dragging that wheel and shit.
Yeah.
Or I don't know what training that is, but you always see like wrestlers do it.
Yeah, they like to drag tires.
They really like tires.
They're like, hey, I found this tractor tire.
I decided maybe
It's
I could
heavy.
take this back to my farm. If I take it back to my farm, that'll prove how much of a badass I am.
The farmer with the largest tower of tractor tires is the alpha farmer.
The king farmer.
Yeah, and it's like what Superman does. Superman just takes all the tractor tires back to his home, and that's why he's Super Farm Boy.
He is the king atop the plains in Antarctica.
I love Batfleck. I thought he was great.
Oh yeah, no, Batfleck was the only real redeeming factor for those movies for me.
But yeah, no, I mean, it's just, if they don't delay it, it's gonna be terrible. If they delay it, it's gonna be terrible.
It's terrible. The moment they brought in Whedon, it went down. The first thing he did was fire Junkie motherfucking XL.
Yeah, I do not understand that at all.
How could studio keep him on after that?
It's like, hey, I want to do that. No. Back out. We're going to go get, I don't give anyone else.
I don't know who the fuck is helming this at Warner Brothers, but the moment they bring a new guy on and he kicks off Junkie, how's he staying on?
It sounds like they just kind of gave him, they're like, hey, you're Joss Whedon. You did the Avengers. Here's a blank check. Make whatever changes you want.
One of the other guys, but he also did Ultron. He did the Avengers.
It sounds like they just brought him on. It almost feels like they wanted him from the beginning. And Snyder was just the closest thing they could get. And now that he's on, DC is just like, do whatever you want. You free reign. Fire this guy. Change that character. Who's $25 million? Fuck it.
We've seen the Marvel formula. We know that the Marvel formula makes success. Go, just do the formula.
We haven't done anything to work with that formula.
Retroactively apply it to this complete film.
Yeah, that's essentially what they're kind of doing. Because when, like, they're adding more humor to it.
Also, you know that Wonder Woman script you wrote? The real shitty one with the feet?
Oh yeah, that Wonder Woman.
If you could just do some changes to Wonder... I want to see if, like, first day, we're going to fire Junkie XL. We're going to change up Cyborg. And Wonder Woman, we're gonna shit on her. And she's gonna be real barefoot. But it's okay, because at the end, she's gonna get to kill the guy who shat on her for 2 hours. Ooh, more porn should
That's
do that.
gotta be the thing. Is they brought him on. He comes onto set or whatever, first day, and they're like, hey, so, you know, we're already pretty much done with the movie. You're just kind of a supervisory position. So if we could just
make
get
sure
this...
the editing goes well.
Alright, hey, get me some coffee.
Where's Gal Gadot?
Gal Gadot, get over here, get them shoes off, pop them off, honey. Alright, Cyborg, you need a fucking smile, alright?
You're too
I need you to poop.
Not liking this deadpan
Right
thing.
now.
Someone call up Junkie XL. I already expedited the papers. He's fired. He's out of here.
He can't quit.
He can't quit. He's out.
You know what? No. I just don't want Junkie XL ever on set again.
Yeah,
He's not
Stop
fired.
scheduling him on the call sheets.
Don't schedule him, alright?
Don't tell him anything, but just keep him off the call sheet. He was never coming to set.
His
keep
name's
him off the call sheet.
His name's on there. We just don't want him here.
Keep him out of his own studio he's working at right now, alright?
Just find things for him to do until his contract expires.
Steal his car, and then steal his Uber.
Get me Danny Elfman, because he's the guy I want on Justice League after BVS. Get Danny Elfman on here in place of Junkie. Someone call up Tom Cruise, have him send over Henry Cavill. I don't want to talk to Cavill, but I want him here. Make him shave that mustache.
You know what? Actually, can we get Tom Cruise as well? I feel like
Tom Cruise to stand in as Cavill for Superman.
Yeah.
You know what would have been a really cool, creative way to get rid of the mustache? Instead of painting it out, like, frame by frame, they should have just, like, put green duct tape on top of it, and then just, like, green screened... Then taken a picture of just the top of his lip, and green screened his lip onto his
You don't
lip.
even do that. You gotta put, like, just a green face mask.
No, they probably, like, latex over it or something real gross looking, and if it ever has, like, a close-up shot, you're gonna just notice this weirdly lumpy upper lip.
Hopefully, it's only done in action scenes where you don't really know what's going on.
No, the action
because
scenes,
of jump cuts.
they phone in the Injustice animators and they make the action scenes. They never actually
Call
have
up
the
Injustice.
That's all I could think watching Man of Steel. I was like, this is straight up just a fucking fatality, or like a brutality cutscene from Injustice.
Man of
Like,
Steel
the models
action
were
was bad.
exactly the same, the motions, everything about it. I was like, good lord.
Was that also? I thought it was before Injustice. Man of Steel was 08, right?
I'll
What's the
check.
timeline on that? That's a good point.
I'm almost positive Injustice Gods Among Us was after Man of Steel.
You check
We-
Injustice.
I
I'll check Man of
already
Steel.
got it loaded up. Injustice came out in 2013.
And Man of Steel came out in 2013.
Was it a 13 release? Because
Yeah.
It was
it feels
pretty
old
frequent.
as shit to me.
It's pretty frequent.
It's
That's
'cause we moved
maybe it's a
past
bad movie.
It's not that. It just. I feel like I saw it ages ago, not 4 years.
Okay, how long ago did you see The Avengers?
Like 18 years ago.
Yeah.
Like
Well, that was, I want to say...
Avengers was 2012 though.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would have guessed 8 years ago. Damn.
Yeah, no, like, because of the way that movie releases happens and they're trying to keep all the continuity together, we're coming into that weird feeling of time is just progressing awkwardly for certain things. And I actually had a conversation with someone about this at work, and it's just like, sometimes you just remember that, hey, fuck it, time's just not going forward, and sometimes time's going forward too fast.
I disagree on both these points.
I
Right.
think that I might just be a little bit too drugged up at the moment to be...
Yeah, you're not.
Time is going backwards right now.
Get
Oh.
Michael off the
Warcraft
project. We're
3
getting
is getting
Bryce back
PTR.
in.
Oh yeah, no. I just won't come in anymore. You guys keep telling me.
We're gonna stop scheduling.
Yeah,
Are we doing MoistyVoice this week? No.
Oh,
Don't
wait,
worry about it.
that almost happened today.
Just check the schedule.
Check the
How
schedule.
did that almost happen today? There were 4 points where I told you 12:30.
I sent a message double checking because I was.
Twice last week. Once on Mike yesterday. It's on the calendar.
I-
What are we doing?
He's taking a lot of Quill.
I've taken a lot of Quill.
It is.
I can't
it is
remember if I
all
took
the time.
NyQuil or DayQuil. So.
I'm on so much Quill, I don't even know what I'm taking anymore.
Oh god, that hurts.
What's this, afternoon Quill? Fuck it, I'll take it. It's just a bag of, like, ecstasy.
It's actually not even a bag of ecstasy. It's just a bag of ground up Smarties.
You would do it, too. You'd be like, There's powder everywhere.
It's like a Gatorade bottle of ecstasy.
But did you guys hear? We went back in time, like,
If you
20-something years.
If you put anything in a Gatorade bottle, I'll drink it.
This
I
is
know.
true.
I know it.
This
Yes.
is very true.
20 years back in time.
Yeah.
Warcraft 3. It's getting that PTR.
Woo!
Oh.
Baby!
It's about time.
That game is my lifeblood. Warcraft 3 molded me as a person.
What scares me is not that they, like, you know, it's like, oh, they're still developing. This isn't even like they're still making stuff. A PTR means they're making stuff to make stuff.
It's called a PTR.
The
because
support, man.
It's a player test run, correct?
They're also fixing
public or
matchmaking
player
on it.
test run.
Warcraft
Yeah.
3 has...
Blizzard
Well,
calls
that's
it
what
a
I'm
player
saying.
test run.
It's
No,
like
do you
the
know what
beta.
they're testing?
It's an active
No.
beta.
No. Player test run. Players are making things to test it on there.
No, that was Battle.net. They had Battle.net. Battle.net's a thing.
It's a PTR.
PTR is different.
They're testing all of these, like, new...
Custom game modes.
Well, no, they're testing these new updates, and then at the very end of it, they're going to be like, "Joke's on you! You were playtesting Warcraft 4 the whole time," and then
They
launched
updated
Warcraft
a
4.
bunch of maps resource-wise.
Mhm.
I think they changed some unit and time stuff. They've changed matchmaking as it works because Warcraft 3 has the longest history of the worst matchmaking system.
yeah.
Blizzard has a history of poor matchmaking that started with Warcraft,
Mhm.
continued into StarCraft, and is still evident on Overwatch.
Oh yeah.
Like, very harshly evident on Overwatch. They're trying to fix in Warcraft 3 now, 20 years later, which is fine. I mean, I played 2 competitive matches on Warcraft 3 like 6 months ago, and it's just whoever does A to B first gets the cheese, gets to win.
Mhm.
It's not really a competitive game. Whereas StarCraft, you have a lot of balance,
it's so much,
counterbalance. It's rock, paper, scissors. Warcraft 3 is who does this cleanest wins.
I
It's
just like
rock,
to...
paper, scissors, tactical, nuke, banshee rush.
StarCraft 2.
Yeah.
Warcraft 3 is just
Race.
sprint.
Yeah.
It's a 100-meter dash.
Which one of you knows your opener the best?
Yeah.
I really wish I could have been a part of that press release when they said they were going to do it. They're like, hey, remember those good old days in high school when you played Warcraft 3? Well, now that you've had 3 children, lost and re-gotten multiple jobs, and are 30-something, or maybe even 40-something,
StarCraft
there's a little
1.
bit of stuff for you. We know you've been sticking around for the full 20 years and just wondering, man, one of these days they'll fix that matchmaking. One of these days we'll get new models.
One of these days.
New game
it's
mode.
just been Johnson petitioning every week.
For
hey,
20 years.
Warcraft, like it started when it released. Hey, we've got these problems. All right, we'll get to it. We'll get a team, get you some funding or whatever. 18 years later, all right, Johnson, we finally found the resources. He's there giving the same, kerfluffle or whatever.
It's actually not even a human being anymore. They just had to make a robot because he died.
Johnson died. This is Johnson's son stepping in as Johnson.
It's a Twitter bot, just
an active Twitter bot.
It's a hologram Twitter bot.
Their motto should not, they always go with play nice, play fair. It really should have just been when it's ready. That is
play
so
nice,
much more true.
Play fair when you're ready.
When it's ready is CD Projekt Red things though.
Oh yeah.
They hard took that. No one else gets to use that now.
I'm
Cyberpunk
sorry.
2077
You delayed it
owns
20
when
years.
it's ready.
Weak. We're gonna delay it for 40 years.
Who cares?
You know what we should do? We need to go to some convention where they're having a video game expo and set up 2 really old computers and just have a Warcraft 3 set up there.
Yeah.
Just do it.
We need to
Can
get
we do
old...
that anywhere? It doesn't even be convention. Can you just please play Warcraft?
No, I wanna rent a booth at
Phoenix Comic Con.
Yeah, Phoenix Comic Con. We'll rent a booth and it'll just be like this paper banner with crayon writing, play Warcraft with my friend. And it's just you on a old Packard Bell 15-year-old computer, somebody else with the same rig, and it's just
it's a 2v1.
Somebody
2 people
comes
trying
up-
to fight you just because they need the handicap because they haven't been keeping up with it.
If it's actual Warcraft 3 just base mode, 2v1 wins just through numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you
unless they have no idea what they're doing and my cheese gets off.
Have you ever
I
played
feel like
Warcraft? No? Perfect.
Sit down. Yep, we're good.
But no, it's
If
just,
it's
it's just you just waiting patiently for someone, for 4 days, just waiting for someone who's willing to play Warcraft with you.
Honestly, though, I have played comparatively so little of the base Warcraft 3 mode.
Mm.
The game was built for Battle.net.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's what it's there for. Battle.net is the thing. I've put countless hours into Battle.net. You want to play Trolls and Elves? I'll play Trolls and Elves. Life of a Peasant? I'm there. That space one that's Alien and 8 other sci-fi movies together?
Yeah.
Let's play that. Let's do the one where you role-play sex. There's 18 of those.
Do you have to
There's a
control
Final
the
Fantasy
sperm?
ripoff.
It's the
You have to
the
control the
panty
sperm
mod.
moving into the.
There are sperm
the-
models in Battle.net.
The
Yeah,
Warcraft 3 panty mod.
There's a panty mod. There's a lot of... Man, I found a lot of stuff on Battle.net. And I want to play all of it with you guys all the time.
Well, we can't, because we're going to have to play it on, Blizzard Tech or Blizzard Online or whatever the new god-awful
Why they
name for-
killed Battle.net for no goddamn
the
reason.
just terrible
Blizzard
branding.
Online.
No, it's Blizzard Tech support or something is the new Battle.net.
I'm hearing Blizzard Online. That just makes me think of Wizard Online.
Wizarding 101.
Yeah, Wizard 101. And yeah, we gotta play all our Battle.net stuff through Wizard Online.
We
or
need
Wizard
to,
101.
We need to put in StarCraft mods for Wizards 101.
Yeah, we'll play. That's how we play all our Warcraft 3 games from now on, through Wizard 101. So you have to control your wizard as they control the mouse and keyboard in the game.
Is this you putting in the Doom code in the excess stack data? Well, it's you running Battle.net through Wizarding 101.
And then you're at an ATM playing Doom.
No, it's been a good week for Connor, because the Warcraft 3 deal, and on top of that, Dota's getting some new shit. Some
Alright, so no,
significant...
this is...
This is very
what it
game-breaking.
is significant.
Yeah.
It's 2 new heroes simultaneously.
Which is terrifying.
Nobody does that.
It's terrifying.
It is, you introduce one hero, people work out how that meta works for a couple of weeks. They go into comp or whatever. Dota's saying, hey,
full anarchy.
fuck it. 2 new heroes all at once.
When was the last time a new hero was added?
For Dota?
2013, 2014?
For
No.
Dota?
Yeah.
No, like 2017, bitch.
Oh.
Like earlier this year.
I thought that Winter Wyvern... I haven't been keeping up.
Yeah,
last
I
time,
know.
Winter
They
Wyvern
put
was
in
the last
some-
one.
No. They put in a lot of people.
Okay.
And I think the most recent was Pit Boss.
The most
It was either late 2016 or early 2017 was Pit Boss.
Because, like, the last year that I was about added in when I last played was
12,
Winter
12.
Wyvern.
No, 12/12/2016, Monkey King.
Monkey King.
And
That's
now
right.
we're gonna get
Pit Boss was before Monkey King?
way.
Pit Boss was before Winter Wyvern.
No, he wasn't. You're thinking Legion Commander again.
I can't even find it.
Uh,
the most
or-
recent it has listed on here is
Here.
Monkey King and then Underlord.
Underlord. That's a Pit Boss. What's
Okay.
his release?
8/23/2016.
So 4 months before Monkey King.
So there's actually been like 2 to
Well, off
2 to
of
3 a
just
year
those,
for a handful of years now. Yeah.
So 4 months between those two.
Yep.
2 new heroes, 8 months. Still fits your schedule.
Yeah.
Gonna be Hero Sylph and Pangolin.
Maybe they're combo heroes because League put out 2 heroes at the same time that work off each other.
I mean, that's like an Ogre Magi type thing, though.
Yeah.
No, these are 2 very different heroes.
Okay.
I've watched a thing on them. They're pretty dope.
I know it's gonna be real interesting. It makes me wish that I followed it more just to see people completely freaking the hell out over this.
It's this, like, Puss in Boots from Shrek-esque fencing character, and this Fairy of the Forest Sylph kind of girl who uses a lantern for shit.
Mm-hmm.
They look pretty dope. I love to see how they work mechanically, because Monkey King was a bit of a letdown for me personally. Didn't like how he worked. I'm just so hyped for the 2 new heroes simultaneously that are 2 very different heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, completely just very different designs. That's what's great to me.
So it's gonna be not game breaking, but it's gonna confuse the hell out
It's
of a
not
lot of people
game-breaking.
for a long
Well,
time.
it's certainly going to very much unsettle the current multiplayer scene with Dota.
You know what they should have done is released both of them in the middle, like smack dab, right before the international started. Overwatch style, mid-season, just fuck everyone.
I think
I
the
miss that
only
old anime.
MOBA that has ever done that was League in the middle of their LCS series.
It's because they don't care about their players.
Nope.
They just care about their wallets.
They actually had to, like, this character is banned. You cannot play them in the tournament because they came out during the tournament. No one knows what they do, so fuck off.
Don't question it. Just don't play them. And if you do, we'll let you play them. We're not going to stop you. Just please don't. We're asking you kindly not
Please
to.
do not
don't.
play them.
Just please don't.
I wish you hadn't. Speaking of wish you hadn't, imagine you're in England. Wish you hadn't, first of all. It's just a bad place to be.
Yeah, Brexit.
You're on the subway. Why are you... You're making a lot of bad decisions. You went to England.
Never get on the tube.
You went on a tube.
You accidentally...
You
You're
checked
on, you're
your
on your
phone.
way to France.
You whipped your phone out, surrounded by these dangerous people.
They're going to steal it. You're on the tube in London.
And then you accept a message from a stranger.
Dick
And
pic.
it's a big old dicko.
Big ol' dicko.
Biggle?
Big old dicko.
Was it big?
Giant English dick.
Did the person screenshot it then start laughing at it?
Dick had terrible teeth.
No, it's not a... This is a... happening to a lot of people.
I know.
It's not a...
But no, that's actually a good response, because it's from people who are on the subway with you.
Yeah.
So just, they know probably who it's sending to. So just, have it out in the open. Accept it. Start cracking up. Like,
Show it to-
look at
look
this
at this
Look
tiny
at this
dick.
tiny little
It's so
baby dick.
ugly. And then just, slink off to the next boxcar, like, oh.
And then if you pay enough attention, you can try to figure out whose dick you just saw, and then you run up to that dude. Look at this tiny little penis.
Get your
Oh,
pants
man.
up. Is this your tiny baby dick right
No,
here?
just hold the train hostage. Alright, whose fucking dick is this?
Whip it out!
and like hold your phone up. Your dick's weak, and then get off on the next stop.
Your dick is a weak.
Your dick is the weakest dick. Get off the fucking train.
Throw him out the window. Get
sorry,
a bigger
you've been
dick.
voted off the tube because of your weak dick.
You gotta get on the next tube. We're deporting you to France.
You do not have 2 weeks. You have not been scheduled. Please leave.
Turn it into a game like fucker pass and tell everyone to pass in like a little secret message. Like, oh man, I feel real bad for whoever sent this because nobody wants this dick.
Would you fuck this dick? I wouldn't fuck this dick. Would you fuck this dick?
I mean, who's gonna say yeah? Nobody wants to be the weirdo who's like, yeah, I'll fuck that dick.
I don't know. There's
Subway
gonna be
dick.
some body positivity type person. It's gonna be like, you know what?
That one
I'll
asshole.
give this dick that piece of time because every dick is special. And then
Every dick is
beat
special.
the shit out of that guy. Throw him with the
Every
small
dick deserves a good old sit and spin.
Wrong.
You know,
Wrong.
This dick probably has just been ignored throughout its childhood.
Unless-
Didn't get diddled.
The sit and spin is in a blender. Martin Shkreli don't deserve no sit and spin. His dick don't deserve shit.
It is true.
Farmer bro,
Put a blender on his dick.
he lives under it. I don't know why I was trying to get him
No,
with that.
yeah, I'm sorry.
I don't.
Other good news for me besides Dota.
Yeah.
Completely irrelevant to anybody. Doesn't affect anything except like the 3 jobs it killed or whatever. A Gnome game got canceled.
Now you're probably thinking, Gnome, is that a franchise? No, it's just a game that happened to
A
have
game
gnomes.
about garden gnomes. I hate them. I detest garden gnomes on a whole other level. Gnomes, they've always been evil historically
Yeah.
and like fantastically. Gnomes are a bad people.
We went to Nom because of gnomes.
Yeah, and they fucked us up.
The president of Nom had garden gnomes on his lawn, and we were like, fuck that.
Fuck that jazz. We gonna go nuke those gnomes. Except
You know, we
bombed them
made
or
a big
whatever.
war out of it. We did a bunch of stuff. That's why we pulled out. It's not because we were losing. It's because we finished the job. We got rid of the gnomes.
We killed the gnomes.
And then we're like, okay, we're done.
And we don't care about whoever else is on this island.
Sorry about all you other people and your hardships, but the gnomes are gone. We have bettered your country. Maybe your president will stop killing you because he's not under the mind control of these gnomes.
It was the gnomes that were doing that. Yeah. There we go. We just gave them an out.
Are you saying that the shorter you are, the stronger your mind control powers?
No. No correlation.
I'm assuming you didn't like Romeo and Juliet then?
Didn't see it because it was stupid.
What
It was
about Gnome
gnomes.
Alone?
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Might be, I don't know.
It's a Gary Coleman film.
Is that...
But he hasn't heard of Martin Shkreli.
Nope.
You're a confusing person.
Thank you, I
Also,
tried.
it turns out the best thing for a sore voice is getting on the MoistyVoice. Because you sound in pain, but you're sounding better.
I honestly think that it's the fact that the Quill's taking into super effect.
No, it's all this enrichment, this great entertainment media.
This moisture being like slid down my throat.
That's true. You're the humidity in the room is good for the throat.
Back onto Dota, because I'm never going to move off of it.
No, you're not. It was a dangerous game.
It was. Any we could bring up Dota, I'm going to continuously bounce us back to Dota.
I ran the risk.
We did resolve who I would fuck, by the way, from Dota.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
it was the second guess after we stopped.
It was the 6th guess on his list.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, who was it, Ian? I already forgot.
No.
No.
We're not talking.
People will
This-
judge me because
This is a bit of
Okay.
yeah.
We're not
I
gonna
was
tell
just
you.
letting you
but
know
just for
it
the
was
peace
resolved.
of mind.
Yeah.
We did figure it out.
We got it.
You don't get to know, but we did figure it out.
I'll put up a poll. And I'll let them know if they were right or not. In any case, now, what's your greatest fear?
Me?
Balls. I mean, that's a tough
Balls?
one. Balls are scary. No, I mean, probably like on one that I interact with any sort of frequency is probably like dolls or something. I just don't.
That's fair.
It's a
That's
thing.
fair.
Snakes.
Really?
Really?
That's it.
Huh.
Weird.
No, it's because when I was backpacking, I've almost been bitten by multiple snakes, and the only reason I have
Bitch
lived,
ass get some harder ankles.
the only reason I've lived is because my hard ass ankles can lift me plus my 60-pound
Because
backpack.
you only wear the fucking ankle high socks. If you were wearing the calf highs, you'd be fine.
I do.
Yeah,
When I hike,
them knee socks.
I wear boots that go up to like above my ankle.
the fear?
The snakes can still go higher than your
They
ankle.
cannot. That is a rule. Snakes bite you on the ankle. Everybody knows that.
Nobody's ever.
There have been multiple cases of snakes biting people on the ass.
Wrong.
That's because they were squatting.
They brought their ass to ankle level. It isn't the snake went for the ass, the snake went for the ankle, and the ass was in the way.
It was like, what's this? It's around the height that I normally bite at. Must be an ankle. Bit it.
They didn't know. It's not
Okay.
the snake's fault.
Okay.
In any case, greatest fear, AI. Artificial intelligence. Personally.
Now, what about a robot snake with AI?
Yes, it has AI. What do you... Don't pack your weird shit onto this.
What if its AI is purely just normal snake activity? It, for all intents and purposes, it's just a snake made of metal.
No, that's fine, yeah. I'm talking AI as AI.
Like human AI.
Like people wanting to make, without a seeming AI that learns and rebuilds itself for whatever purpose. That's some bad shit right there.
No, it's a bad
You
idea.
mean
There's
like-
no way to regulate or control that.
You mean like that hologram thing that people buy where it's an anime waifu girl that learns your habits and prepares
But
your home
that's
for
not
you?
that's not AI.
But what if
that
they
is
did?
hard scripted.
But like, what if we take the house from that one
Smart
Disney
House.
Smart House,
Yeah.
and then we give it?
Is that from Gnome Alone?
So
If we take the smart house from Gnome Alone, put an anime girl in it.
and then we're gonna have too much of an issue because like the weebs will advance it
You're
all.
watching Gnome Alone. This is missing Elon Musk and some anime titties.
Okay, you know what? I'll send you a link to Smart House. And then you're gonna say those exact words. This is missing Elon Musk and anime titties. Like, cause plot for plot, scene for scene. The exact thing you're talking about.
You say seed for seed?
Scene for seed for seed.
I'm very confused.
Each individual semen in this film needs more Elon Musk.
I mean,
Oh.
ideally.
Also, Gary Coleman did a Disney Channel porn back in the day. This is a hard pornographic film. Didn't sound like it, but it is. The gnome
But
is
in any
alone.
case,
It was
so
narrated
the
by the
AI
guy from Pyre.
Dota 2, a big thing for the international right now. They
Oh,
had
right.
The pro players go up
No,
against...
just one.
Oh.
It was... No, Dendy was like the last of which.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he fucked up. So Dendy is... just about like universally everybody says, hey, Dota 2 best player, well, it's Dendy.
Mm-hmm.
He's the guy that made Pudge.
Yeah.
Is Dendy. And we had this AI go up against some Dota 2 pros,
Shadow.
namely Dendy, got destroyed.
Just absolutely hard.
Dendy,
fuck.
like, he didn't even walk away like this is he walked
No,
away like,
no.
hey, this thing fucked me up.
He walked away and says, "I'm not doing this again."
He actually
He
had
actually
a win.
no, they had like a small tourney thing for him versus the AI.
Yeah.
After his second loss, he backed out saying, I forfeit the other matches. I
Yeah.
can't beat this AI.
Yeah.
He said it was not
It was-
quite. It was like playing
In some
a human,
points human,
but
and in
more.
some points, yeah, a human but more, is watching its movements. Some of them would be like, yeah, a human would do that, and others were like, this is a weird artificial thing to be watching.
Mm-hmm.
This AI destroyed players. It was a Musk-funded AI. This is what we were talking about. Elon Musk is creating evil AI to convince us AI is evil.
That's what he's gonna do. That's gonna be his supervillain thing. Every week we kind of get closer to finding out what his goal is.
It's starting now.
And right now, he's gonna say AI are evil, and everyone's like, no, it's not. And he's like, you know what? To show the world how wrong they are, trial by fire. If they come out alive, good for them. They learn their lesson. If not, they didn't deserve to live. It was gonna happen anyway.
Remember
Dota
that
2
joke?
player death tournament. Beat this AI.
You're locked in. If you lose,
You blow up.
Yeah. But so remember that joke I made a long time ago about how Elon Musk, if he doesn't think you're capable of something, but he thinks he could do it, he'll sit at your desk, watch
do it
you,
for
and
you.
then
It's
do
not
it
how
for
the-
you. He sat down next to Dendy, was looking at us, says, "Yeah, I could do this
He
better."
went on Twitch. He's like, man, I could do this
It's
better.
no, it's like Dendy streaming on Twitch, and then just Elon Musk comes out of the background, sits next to him, and is watching the entire time.
And Dendy doesn't realize he's
Yeah,
there.
Dendy doesn't know he's there. Streamer's like, what the? Is that
They're
Elon
like-
Musk?
They're telling him, but every time the word Elon or Musk is said, it gets deleted out of the
Yeah,
chat.
those are some of Dendy's like grief words of Elon Musk. So it's everybody. Musk behind you, Elon behind, SpaceX behind you. Dendy's just like, what's going on?
And so he like kind of turns around, but Musk just like swivels his
Yeah,
chair.
He's just
leads to the other
Always
side.
out of view.
always behind him.
Yeah.
Like forever is it right like nearing the end of the stream. Dendy like spins around or whatever, sees Musk. Stream immediately cuts. Dendy's just, oh god. Dendy's not seen again. Musk is now playing as Dendy next time.
To make the AI, he actually went to like a bunch of. It's like
he
a
logged
Space Jam
Dendy's
thing.
PC.
No, it's a Space Jam thing. He went into their
Put
homes
on a
and he
helmet.
stole their game. He took their skill and he put it into an AI.
So he grabbed like a mouse and planted the mouse at their computer.
If they touch the mouse, it just absorbs their skill into the mouse, and then the mouse like runs off.
You can tell it's not a pro player if they're using a laser mouse.
It's all about that disgusting
trackball.
trackball.
Why is it? It's greater than laser mice in every which way and form.
So terrible.
It's so amazing.
It kills me.
It kills you because you're a weak bitch. Trackball mice are the best.
One thing I'll give you is you're gonna have a real beefy thumb. One day.
The new trackballs, which I hate the design, only use thumb trackball.
Yeah.
The one I have is index middle finger trackball.
Ah.
Because like
The
when you
fingering muscles.
when you look at that trackball, the trackball's just in the center of the mouse.
It's an almost a teardrop elongated shape with the trackball at one end. So you use index and or middle finger to move it, and generally thumb for like left click or something, which works great, by the way.
I want there to be like I want you to get back. I don't want you to get back into Dota because I need you to pay a third of my rent.
Right.
But I want you to get back into Dota, and I want you to go to a tournament, and they got their Razer Black Widow keyboards and their Death
Nagas.
their Nagas, and then you just roll up, you unplug it, you plug in this like $20 trackball mouse, and you're like, I got
I'm keeping
this.
with my crazy old
No, like,
Logitech trackball because
It's
the
like
best
at
trackball on the
Howie's.
market.
It's like Howie's Game Shack, where the computer's all the way up on the roof, and you have to get someone to like
scale a ladder.
to plug.
Drop.
Yeah, plug it in. We're good.
You had bad tech.
You know, I want to see you go to one of those StarCraft like isolation cubes, and
Ooh.
like have to play a game and like have to go through the setup of tearing apart the isolation cube to plug in your trackball.
He's tearing apart the isolation cube. Does he want it? He just wants his trackball.
What?
Is he stealing things? No.
What's a trackball?
There's gonna be one guy there who's like, oh my god, I love this guy. It's like that one 4-year-old virgin tech or whatever. Trackball mice are the superior mice. I'm real mad they never picked up.
So what is the ball? Can be made of anything, right?
Well, so the ball has, if you look at mine, tiny black dots covering everywhere because it has to read the sensors inside the mouse.
I want to get you. I'm gonna make this for you. It'll be a ball that's solid gold with diamonds where the black dots are, and then it's gonna be completely smooth, and that'll be just your pimped out trackball.
I feel like the diamonds, because they're faceted, or get fucked with the recognition software.
Oh, it's gonna be confused. It's gonna be real confused. It's
This
gonna
is-
because it's a laser system, I'm assuming, so it's gonna check and
Get
it's gonna
me a
bounce in
diamond
8
ball
different directions.
with gold circles,
There we go.
and that'll work.
Diamond ball, just $8,000 diamond.
Like smooth diamond, not
Well,
even just
So
pure
long as we
ball
break
diamond.
into like the bearer's diamond like storage, it's not going to be $8,000.
It'll be free because we stole it.
Yeah.
Free
exactly-
diamond.
What trains move diamonds?
We gotta get the diamond train. We gotta
Coal
rob it.
trains.
That's true. A coal,
up.
a coal train under intense heat and pressure. It's a diamond train.
We threw this coal train in a volcano and we're waiting for the diamonds.
You just gotta put the coal train under pressure. It's already got the furnace.
We'll rob trains and we'll just take all the coal, and they're gonna be confused as shit. And they'll never find
Coal's
us
a lot of money, though.
because we're gonna
that's
be.
a
no, that's
huge,
a-
that's
that's
a
a
huge
big-
crime thing. They're
We'll
gonna
be,
find us.
we'll be peddling diamonds instead of coal, though. They won't know what to expect.
We're robbing
We're
coal
just-
trains in Hawaii.
Or what we could do instead of diamonds is just steal a bunch of clams and then use pearls.
Pearls suck.
Also, I feel like the odds of that are so much. How frequent are pearls?
All you
as
gotta do
frequent
is
anymore.
you just take
They've been hard over
some
farm.
clams, and then you put dirt inside of them, and they turn that dirt into a pearl.
It takes forever.
I'm not
Doesn't
gonna
it?
farm pearls. Because they're not going to be
Literally,
as
all you have to
organic
do is
pearls.
fucking get put some clams inside Guillermo's fish tank, and in like 5 years you have
Is this
pearls.
like Minecraft? Go find 2 wild pearls, build an encampment. All of a sudden, you're farming.
You have an
pearls.
encampment. It's right over there in your fucking fish tank.
It's not saltwater.
I don't know how long pearls take to grow. I'm actually... Alright, so anywhere between 6 and 24 months. That's not bad.
It's not a bad turnaround, but...
So, we'll take out a good portion of our living room. Just shit ton of
Awning.
tanks. Yeah, out on the awning. Just gonna cover it in fish tanks.
Make it like one of
full
those like
clams or
like
oysters.
whatever the pools are at aquariums where you can like touch them.
The petting
Oh.
zoo.
The petting pools are the
Petting pools?
yeah.
The petting pool.
The
Yeah.
petting pool.
Make it a petting
that my
pool.
mother always brought
It's
me
just
to.
called a public pool. You can pet whatever's in there.
I don't think legally you're allowed to pet.
No, you're allowed to. You can pet whatever's in there before the timer runs up.
Okay, you got 5 minutes. Go. Just this guy wading through a pool, just rubbing children and
Grabbing
everything.
all the kids.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
I think
Yep.
that the
Yep.
5
Yep.
minutes kind
Yep.
of varies.
Here's the distant sirens. Ah, shit! I'm running close. I'm running close.
Lightning round. Shit ton of children jump in the pool.
Oh,
Last
oh,
10
oh,
seconds.
Has a heart attack.
Guys just like seizing in the pool.
Police show up. New record.
And so, like, the police shows up and the lifeguard blows a whistle and shouts new record, and the police just start applauding.
The guy dies, sinks to the bottom of a pool, and then just to the surface, come. Just,
Oh man, now he's disqualified.
if you
It's
come,
a touch
you lose.
until you come.
If you come, you lose.
God.
Well,
Yep, all right, if we
If
ever
you come-
any game we make, war game or whatnot, if you
come,
come,
you
you
rule
lose,
number
is always
one.
going to be a rule.
that's actually just
Rule
an
number one.
a moving errata in every game we play. Is if you come, you lose.
Yeah. That needs to be a rule.
I guess I'm playing a certain Dota character pretty much every time now.
No, I come from outside Dota character content. I'm not getting off to her in-game model.
It's gotta be that freshly drawn pussy.
It's got to be different every time. No repeats. Well, thank you for listening to this week's MoistyVoice.
I've got a lot more to say, but don't cut me off. I've got more Dota to talk about.